Good morning, gorgeous, or good afternoon if you want to. My name is Gail Burwell. I'm the founder of the Rockstar Wellness series, and I have a fabulous guest for you. She's really the branding queen. She's really the person to go to, and I'm really, really pleased to have her with me. So welcome to the Rockstar Wellness series, Deva.
Thank you so much, Gail, for having me. And hi, everyone. It's great fun and very nice to be here with you today.
Yes, no, I'm so happy that you're here with us because I love what you do. And I believe that for so many women leaders out there, it's not so easy, to have your one personal brand and really to be confident about it and to get out there, to put yourself out there. And that's why I thought about it because even myself, in my experience, it took me time to be where I am. But I said it would be great to have a guide on my side, and this time the guide will be you for all of us right now. So that's why I'm so, so happy. So I'm going to tell you more about Deva Priya, or Deva if you prefer. She's a leadership brand strategy. She's a founder of Connexus, but also of 212. So a really, really strong businesswoman. And the way we're going to start, I'm going to let Deva tell us a little bit more about what is a leadership brand strategist. So it's for you, Deva.
All right. All right. So, what is a leadership brand strategist? I think before that, let me just start with why I took on this journey. So, pretty much like you, I've been in the corporate world. I've been in the corporate world for almost 18 plus years. And after that, I decided, after putting in 18 years working with some of the best brands, global brands, delivering outstanding results, building great teams, I decided that it was time for me to hang up my corporate boots and become an entrepreneur. And what, since I've spent all my life in the corporate world doing marketing and branding, I decided, okay, what should I do? Let me become a branding strategist. As I went deeper into the subject, I realized that my true calling was actually to work with people, individuals. And then I discovered this whole concept of personal branding, where the process is the same. It's literally like you take a person like a professional and build a brand around that person. So why leadership branding is because I work with corporate and business leaders, and I help them build personal brands that deliver business impact. So
Okay.
that's basically it. And I think over the next half an hour, 20 minutes, we'll discuss more about what I do, and it'll become clearer.
Yes, yes, no, definitely, because I know, and for a lot of corporate women leaders or even entrepreneurs, differentiate themselves from others is key. Is key on the market, is key online.
Yeah.
So, from your experience, how can we differentiate ourselves in order to stand out online?
Okay, that's really a great question, and it's all about differentiation, isn't it? That's why we do what we do, and how do we stand out in a situation where every single domain is so populated and everyone is trying their best to stand out. So, very simply put, how when somebody asks me this question, I say that no two snowflakes are identical, and we know that, right? No two
Yeah.
snowflakes are identical, and the same is true for people. It's literally your uniqueness is as differentiated as your thumb, your fingerprint. So you may be thinking, why do I need to create a brand? And you may be thinking that why would creating a brand help me? It's all about trying to find that point of differentiation and becoming easily recognizable and known by the sole clients that you want to serve and the stakeholders that you want to reach out to. And you are differentiated from everyone out there, and that's a reality, but you need to communicate your expertise. Okay, so a lot of people may be doing similar work that you do, but nobody will be able to do it the way you uniquely can do it, and nobody will be able to showcase what you do and the way you can do it yourself, you know, because only you have the power to tell your own narrative.
I
and
love that.
and and that's a and that's a fact. You are the storyteller of your experiences, of your expertise, and no matter what. And when I work with my clients, this is what I tell them, that this is this you need to do that discovery work right at the beginning to figure out what are your unique set of values, what has been the journey that you've walked on all this while, what strengths do you bring to the table. And when you package all of that and you put it together, that really is your unique snowflake out there.
Okay. Now
So
I
that
really
is the
love this
difference.
message. Yeah. Because I'm really adamant for people to be really unique and to really embrace their uniqueness and diversity. And I think it's really their one asset. But sometimes we know because we are not so confident, we don't feel worthy, or so we have some kind of limiting belief around, that can really prevent yourself to embrace
Yes.
truly who you are. So from your experience, and even for you, because you created your own brands, how did you manage to get over this fear, to get over basically your comfort zone?
Well, that's really a great question, and it's amazing that you're asking me because just today I was having a conversation with someone about it, and I was sharing with them my story about how I, became an entrepreneur from being a corporate woman for so many years.
Yeah.
So when I decided to give up my corporate career, I was pretty much at the peak of, I was marketing director with a very big beverage brand, and everyone thought that I was insane, and people that I was working with, people that I was working with, they said that how can you give it up, and if you leave, we leave, and so on and so forth. And guess what happened actually? So when I moved on and I became an entrepreneur, all those people continued to work where they were because the corporate brand really engulfs your business brand, your personal brand, doesn't it? But when you're an entrepreneur, you have to carve that identity and that credibility for your own self. And as you're building your business, the people that will come and work with you and the people that will become your clients are those that believe in your reputation and your credibility.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
it's incredibly important to therefore work on your personal brand. That's something that I realized right away. And for me, it became like a cause. It became like a cause to do like a category task around explaining to people why you need to brand yourself as an individual and how that can help you grow your income, your impact, as well as your influence. So
Now,
that was,
really.
for me, for me, I actually had to experience it firsthand to understand the value of it.
Yeah.
And and therefore now it's become a mission for me to sort of spread the word and spread the tools and technology amongst people who need it. And that's what I've been doing for the past 5 years, and completely I'm so immersed in it. And we've
Oh,
spoken so many times about it, so you know how I feel about this.
yeah. No, no. I can see you're really passionate, and you start to get
Yeah.
emotional about it. So it's really your mission, as you said, and I
Yeah,
truly
it
love
is.
that. So, and you
It
really,
is.
really good at it as well. So yes. Okay. So sometimes for us as women, we love and we would like to be so authentic, to be so bold and visible. And me, this is something I'm really passionate about, and I'm quite comfortable with that. But I know for some women, this is not the case. What would you say to them?
And this is the question that I get asked by so many people when they come to me, and they come to me with bundles of experience and expertise, and yet they say that, you know what, Devapriya, I'm not comfortable doing this because to them, branding is about self promotion, branding is about, a me kind of exercise, it's about hardcore sales. But the first thing that I try and talk to them about is how the mindset should change from the finger pointing or sort of the spotlight being on you to the spotlight being on them. And by them, I mean really people who they want to serve, their clients and those that really need to, if you're a speaker, those people that need to hear your message.
Yeah.
When I shift the spotlight in their minds from themselves to the people they want to serve, I think immediately there's this whole comfort level that comes in and they're ready to do the work. The other thing I tell them is about authenticity, as you mentioned, because honestly, authenticity is really the foundation stone of building a personal brand that lasts the mile, lasts the distance. Because what happens is you can say that you can fake it till you make it, but that doesn't apply when it comes to personal branding, because if you're trying to be somebody else, then the cracks will appear, and everybody can make out. So what I say really is that authenticity is the inner voice that is and always has been deep within us. And authenticity really stems from one's core beliefs, your value systems, your norms, and to an extent the culture in which one has been raised, and the entire ecosystem. And unless you really do a deep dive into figuring out what your authentic values are, what are the strengths that you have, and what is it that you love doing, as the popular term ikigai, what is your purpose? These are things that are very unique to oneself. So unless you do a deep dive into literally doing the work to find out these vital elements about yourself, I think you cannot have a foundation to your personal brand. Therefore, authenticity is really, really important. And I urge the people that I work with, and especially the women, that what, just be fearless in first of all embracing your authenticity, and then expressing it in a brilliant way. So
I love
that's
it.
what I would say to them.
Yeah, but this is excellent because I love it. I'm so into it as well, just to help them to
Yeah,
shine as much as they want and to be bold, not to be afraid about it.
exactly,
Um,
exactly.
so if really, I recall what you say it's really a question basically to make this deep dive
Yeah,
about yourself, about what are your values, what does matter for you,
yes,
in order really to know what makes you authentic and what makes you stand out in a way.
exactly, exactly. Yes. So we it really, you just have to commit yourself to doing that deep dive, and it's not easy. Again, it's not easy. And when, even if you ask me to do it, so we do this very powerful exercise called mirror work, and it involves literally going up to the mirror and trying to make eye contact with yourself and saying a few things to you that would sort of saying words of appreciation to yourself while looking at yourself in the mirror, and try it out today,
Yeah, I
literally,
know.
and then tell me how you felt. It is not easy,
It's not.
but because we can look into other people's eyes, we can talk to our customers, we can be on the screen. Now everyone's on the screen, and people say, hey, look into that camera, don't look at the people. But we are so used to talking to people, like I'm now looking at you and I'm trying to look at the camera. So
Yeah.
it's like I can look at people can look at people, but when it comes to meeting your own gaze, I think that's a very, very difficult thing to do. But through tools like these, you can feel the walls shedding,
Mm.
and meditation and mindset work, and it's so important to really come to terms with yourself, and to find your why. Why am I doing this? Why is
Mm.
branding important to me? Why is authenticity, why is it important for me to speak my authentic truth, and why is it important for me to walk the path of my own uniqueness? Once you understand why you want to do that, why you rather need to do that, then the task becomes that much easier.
Mm. Yeah,
And then
nice.
there's this whole personal branding thing. I would say it's a very misunderstood term. It's not really about flash and glamour. It's about, like I mentioned before, conveying what you stand for, conveying the value that you can bring to people, and then packaging your expertise and your story around it, such that you may touch lives, such
Mm.
that you may serve people. So that's really the understanding that I seek to bring to everybody, and especially to women entrepreneurs, so that they can embark on this journey fearlessly, and they can do the work that needs to get them there.
Okay, I see what you mean. Because I do agree with you, is even more. And the term personal branding, I think it's just something which has been invented. But for me, it's really a question to really embody who you are and
Exactly.
package it in a way that people can understand who you are and what is your message. So it's much more
Yeah.
deeper. I would say there is even a kind of spiritual side to it. Um, because when you do this deep inner work, yeah, you have this spiritual side when you have to see where you are, um, and if you respect yourself, if you love yourself enough to do this work in order to show up for your people.
Yes, yes.
I love it. I have to say, I love it.
Yeah, and what you said is actually right. There is a deep spiritual side to it because it's intangible. It's intangible. Like, I start with this whole definition of what a brand is in general. How would you define a brand? Forget about personal brands. What is a brand? And then when I ask this question, people say logo, identity, all of that. But when you just look at a brand is a collection of experiences and perception that your customers have about you. It's not concrete, it's a feeling. It's about how you make people feel. It's the whole essence of it. You can't really point your finger on it. And you know how this quote goes, like, you may have heard it. Your brand is what people say about you when you're not in the room. So what is it composed of? It's like a sum total of so many things, but it's not appearance or image. A lot of people think personal branding is image consulting, but image is probably just one part of it, maybe, if at all. But the work is actually spiritual. The work is actually, the starting point is mindset related. And that's the kind of work, that the emotional wellness bit that I start off with. And I really want to have people understand this deeply, that it's not a flippant exercise. It's something which connects you to your core. And initially, the first few stages, the first few sessions takes a very long time, because you have to get the walls to come crashing down, the walls of so many things that we've built around ourselves. So when a client comes to me, and it's not just for women, it's for men as well. It's like, there are so many stories, so many deep inner limiting thoughts, as you said, that they need to let go of slowly and gradually for them to be able to connect with their own self. And every time I work with someone, I transform too, because that journey then therefore becomes mine. It touches my life, it touches my experiences, and it makes me also change at some level. So it is really deeply emotional and spiritual.
I love it. Yeah. Because women, most of the time, you have this very strong emotional intelligence, but we do not know necessarily how to use it or how to cultivate it. And I do believe with the work you're doing, you're helping them as well to get access to it and to develop a relationship, I think an healthy relationship with their emotions.
Yes. Absolutely. In fact, when you mentioned spirituality, there was this middle-aged, very brilliant entrepreneur that I was working with, and she, through the exercise that we did around the values, discovering her values, she hit upon a very spiritual side of herself, which she hadn't tapped into all this while, and she was like, oh my God, really? Can I use this to as my business? Can I integrate it into my business somehow? And we worked on that, and the entire rebranding happened, where much of the work she does is now positioned on her spiritual side and the inspirations that she gets, and it's beautiful.
I love it. Yeah, because even me, from my experience, I'm very spiritual, but I didn't have my spirituality into my brand immediately. It was later, I think, when I let go of a lot of limiting belief, and when I really decided to show up as being my true self. And I do believe it's hiding so much more. I think growth, maturity as well. Fortitude, I would say, that people pay attention to you.
Absolutely. Because even in this kind of work, there are so many people that go out there and they try to do the work at a superficial level. You don't connect. There's this whole KLT factor, know, like, and trust. Factor about what endears you to your target audience. So they of course have to know you, and you have your visibility series, Gail, which I watch almost regularly. So visibility, of course, is important and one needs to get out there, but that's not it. That's not the end of the story for personal branding. People need to know you. You can't be the world's best kept secret. But it's great if they try, if they can like you, if they can connect with you,
Hmm.
because if as a consumer or a customer, I can connect with you and the work that you're doing, then chances are that out everything remaining constant, if there are two people, I would choose you because yeah, I know two of you, but hey, I also like you.
Hmm.
I feel connected to you, so that will bring me one step closer to you. But the most important thing, which is pure gold, really is the T, which is the trust factor.
Yeah.
Because if I can trust you, then I will definitely do business with
Yeah.
you. So I think this whole KLT comes together in a very beautiful nugget, and that really forms the core of an expert or a good personal brand should
Hmm.
embody.
No, I do agree. Trust is really important for everyone, and I think more you real, more you showing your strengths, but also your vulnerability as a
Yeah.
woman, and more basically people will be called, will be attracted to you because they will feel, yes, they will feel comfortable.
Yes, it's very important, and especially for women, I think that trust factor is so important.
Yeah.
In fact, this entire KLT factor is so important. You just that's why we have these beautiful tribes that we all belong to, and that warm feeling that one has, that whole sisterhood and that bonding that you feel when you're part of a connected tribe. I think each one of us get together as personal brands, right? Each one of us is bringing a set of values and uh, our uniqueness to form a beautiful whole. I think there
Mm.
again, so it's not just about business. It's about it's also about networking. It's also about connecting. It's also about reaching out and these
It's
days
true.
the world is absolutely right there in front of your computer screen, if you will. And how do you connect? It's only by these feelings and these attributes and these intangible elements,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. No, definitely. And that's why I think I really love the mindset shift that you explain about what is really branding, because not so many
Yeah.
people are aware about it, and they have this quite of, I would say, narrow definition of what is branding.
Yes.
When in fact it is really a question to honor yourself and to respect yourself and to embody who you are. And I love this deeply because it really allow you, and for any woman watching us, to give themselves permission to be who they really want to be.
Very true. You said it very well. You summed it up very well. The permission to be who you really are and to embody your values and what you stand for. I think that's very beautifully said.
Oh, thank you.
Really well said.
Thank you. But yeah, I love it. So I want to ask you if you have anything to tell us to our audience right now in terms of your specialty, your expertise. What would you say to them?
So, I would first of all tell everyone out there, you are ambitious women, you're capable women, and you know, so what Gail said, honor yourself and give yourself the permission to be you, because there's nobody else who is you, and that's a fact of life. So take a deep breath and get in touch with yourself and honor and respect yourself and walk up to that mirror and look into your eyes and say your name and say I love you,
Oh, it's
and
beautiful.
and just say it beautifully, just say it and say it like you mean it, and let it touch your core. That really is the starting point. So that's the first thing that I would tell all the viewers here, and just feel it for a moment, hold the feeling for a bit,
I love it.
and and just be instead of doing. Women, we're always doing. We are
Oh my
doing,
God,
doing,
yeah.
doing. Everybody, right? And no matter whichever part of the world you're in, we're in a constant state of doing. So, woman, give yourself permission just to be for a while. Just be.
Oh my God.
And when you've touched your core, when you've done that, say to yourself that okay, I'm authentic, I'm an expert, and I'm doing this work because I want to package my expertise and take it to people whose lives I will touch and whose businesses or whose work I can take to the next level through my set of deliverables. That's the reason you're doing it. It's not about self promotion. It's not about, just being an opportunist. It's not about that. It's about taking really your core message to the people who really need to hear it. Yeah. And this is really not just from my experience of working with hundreds of women across the world. It's also my experience of being a woman like that, having walked in those shoes, having made the journey. I know where the shoe pinches. I've worn those shoes, and even now, it's the journey is. For me, I'll say the journey is beginning. At every point in time, it's a new beginning. So I would say from my experience, not as a leadership brand strategist, but as a woman entrepreneur, just like all of you, is that honor yourself and don't sell yourself short. Never sell yourself short. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Even whether it's charging in terms of fees or your time or whatever it is, do what it takes to command the right market value. This is something women, again, we shy away from.
Yeah, we have so much. I think there is so much potential in women. It's just a question. Claim it. Claim your power. Claim it. Oh, it's time more than ever now, and you got this gold mine. It's not outside of you; it's within you. Truly. And I love what you said about that, because it's so true. Do this work. You can do it. You overcame so many barriers, obstacles, challenges, setback. Use this resilience that you have really to become who you really want to be, because you have this fortitude, you have this strength. So thank you so much. I love it. Thank you so much. So for us, my dear, what do you have for us? Because I know you have a lot of membership and program, but tell us, what do you have for us?
Okay, so like I was telling you the other day, during this whole COVID period, I've seen that everybody who's coming to work with me, they feel that beyond a point, they want to continue the journey because it's beautiful and there's no end to it. This is the whole mindset work and the branding work. So what I've done is that I've created a beautiful membership program which becomes a community, for them. And here you'll have access to private Facebook group and a beautiful global network which is connecting people across the globe, and some amazing tools and strategies that they'll get to learn. And I'll share all the details about it. And I feel that the people in your community, the rock stars that we have with the rock star mindset, they would be a perfect fit for this community. They would enrich this community, and I wholeheartedly welcome them to come aboard and do the work and learn a lot and really contribute to the community as well. Apart from that, I'm launching a new program exclusively for women entrepreneurs, which is called Brand Your Expertise. And it's about people who already know what they want to do, but they need help to get there and to get their message across. So this is again a group program that I'm launching, and I'm very happy to share details with anybody who anyone can inbox me or through you. They can get in touch with me, and I'll reach out to them with all the details.
Okay, now it's great. I will definitely try to get these details, and I will put them in the comment section below. Like for you, gorgeous, you can just click on it and go directly to this membership or to this specific program for women entrepreneurs. Thank you so much, Deva. It was a pleasure having you. I know it's quite late in India, so I don't want I want for you to go back to your family and basically to have a rest. But it was a pleasure. Thank you so much. I'm pretty sure I'm going to see you again because you're invited for my podcast. So yes, Do you have anything else to
Thank
add?
you. Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure chatting with you. It's been a pleasure being on this forum, and lots of love to everyone who's tuned in. And I would say that the last thing that I would say to you is people who really want to take personal branding seriously and you want to embark on that journey, remember the three C's of personal branding. The first C is clarity. So you need to get really clear about who you are, what your value system is, and the strengths that you bring to the table, and the people that you want to serve. So your ideal target audience. So the beginning is to get really clear. So that is clarity. Second is consistency. So you really need to be consistent about what you're saying and what you're doing, and you need to be consistent across different forms of media, how you're showing up. It has to be consistent. And thirdly, the third C is continuity, because branding is not, while you can start at any point in time, but you have to continue. It can't be that you have some good posts and you're doing, your visibility goes up for a week and then you go to sleep for the rest of the time. So you need to work with schedules, you need to work with, you really need to plan it forward. So remember these three C's: clarity, continuity, and consistency. And if you embrace these three C's, I think you're well on your way to, formulating a really, really rock solid personal brand that is authentic and that touches lives.
Thank you so much for these amazing tips, Deva. Gorgeous, this was awesome, I have to say. Keep it in mind, this 3C, clarity, consistency, and continuity, is easy to remember and is extremely crystal clear. Thank you so much again, Deva, for being here with us. And my gorgeous, I will see you next week for another episode. In the meantime, have a fantastic day and see you soon. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Ciao.